I guess we'll be covering that here in a little bit. We got a shit ton of stuff to cover today, so
power level is a little different.
I guess we'll be covering that here in a little bit.
When Richard has said
We
that
got a
you
shit
get
ton
paid
of
for
stuff
doing
to cover today, so
amazing stuff.
Power level is a little different.
I guess we'll be covering that here in a little bit.
When Richard has said that
We got a
you
shit
get
ton
paid
of
for
stuff to
doing
cover today, so
amazing stuff.
Power level is a little
all
different.
right, I guess we'll be covering
for
that
it,
here in a little
technically.
bit.
When Richard has said
We
that
got
you
a shit
get
ton
paid
of
for
stuff to
doing
cover today. Right on the set.
Tape rolling.
What?
Good morning.
Morning.
All right. Boobs.
You're killing me, Smalls.
$5.
Welcome to lunch, Jack and Laz.
For your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, Jack and Laz.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
But the time sink is real.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm doing nothing but standing on the lot. You know, I should be doing something.
I stand around for hours at a
Oh
time.
God, I can't tell you how many hours a day I'm just standing on the lot. I'm doing nothing but standing on the lot.
Yeah.
You're all using some kind of jargon that me no understand. I have to gently blow a ball into.
Into a warm, fuzzy hole.
That's right.
Welcome to lunch, Jack and Laz.
For your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, Jack and Laz.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
Yeah. I blame Laz.
It's all Laz's fault. That's right. Greetings, everybody. This is Laz, and
And this
it's
is
all my fault.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to. And we
That's right.
have a full plate today. I'm telling
Yes,
you,
we do.
we do have a full plate.
We have a whole bunch of stuff to cover today, so let's get down to it. Of course, today is Monday, February 6th, 2017, here in Shrouded Avatar. And damn you, Led Zepp, I'm going to yell at you one more time. And every time you do that, you cause me work because now I got to freaking edit the intro. Okay? You can't keep quiet for 2 seconds. You're killing me.
What?
Oh!
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it in there just because that's what we do. But you're killing me. One of these days, I'll get a clean intro.
Not
Not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Not-
not
not-
with this crew around.
Not
here,
gonna
that's
happen.
for sure. Never gonna freaking happen. All right, where are we gonna start? Of course, today is Monday. We're coming off the weekend. We did have updated the Avatar 213 come out on Friday, but I think we're gonna do an abridged version of this. today.
Yeah, we're gonna sprint through that so that way we can really get into the meat for today, because we also have to do the update for the chemo relief telethon.
Yes,
Bex is here. Because
and I want to apologize in advance this week because yes, we're going to be shoving this down your throat because the telethon is coming up on Friday. We are getting this much closer. Over $18,000 already raised in the chemo relief fund. So yeah, we're going to be on that one all week. So just a little. Forgive us in advance, as it may be.
yeah, don't even forgive us. We are actually unapologetic about it the entire time.
Yes,
but-
but you know,
Yeah, don't forget, if you want to hang out with us in Discord, say something during the show, interrupt us, as long as you follow rule number 1, which is DBAD. You're more than welcome to join us in Discord. Just go to nbnn.info, click on the Discord button, type in the name that you want us to refer to you by, and join us in channel. And as you can see on both of our screens, we do have a kind of full room, so there is lots of people around,
Yes,
including a couple sound bots.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know.
What's going on? It's Monday.
What is this thing that's going on?
About to give you all sorts of news. That's
Monday
what's
with
going on.
Yeah. So,
approve that shit.
Are you ready for update of the Avatar number 213?
We are. Let's get this up on screen.
Remember, we are going to kind of sprint through this that way because we do have a long, drawn-out conversation that we're going to be having. So, update of the Avatar number 213 did come out on Friday, which includes the making of Upper Fortis, which is a river that runs south-north through South Large Canyon and the North Palatus region near the Sanctus Spine control point over by the town of Hjorth, or as I refer to it, Hearth. So this is done by Chris Seawolf. Yes, Seawolf. So, Seawolf Wolf. So we do have a huge bandit camp, lots of platforms, ramps around, including a cobalt mining facility and a northern canyon. And the map is almost complete in terms of propping in general. Both towns are still in their earlier stages. You can expect more pipe steam and more vines to add to the atmosphere. And then there will be another update in the Dev Plus forums probably later this week related to the Upper Fortis. The Ruins, don't forget, is also going to take advantage of the floating platform technology that's been implemented, and so they will be using that to.
So, are we gonna get floating cities one of these days? Is that what they're telling us?
Well,
Yes, Mario will.
Possibly. Now, the thing about this, you have to remember the anytime you see the floating stuff, that means it's going to be in a PvP zone. Because those are the obsidian shards that crashed into the planet and gave birth to the obsidians. So you can see that. Yeah. This is what happens when Led Zepp doesn't know any of the background of the story.
Yes, he's been playing the game for 3 years, but he doesn't know a thing about the backstory.
What story? What?
Dude, it's like
he's waiting for the movie.
Story here? What the?
So Led Zepp, I hate to tell you this, but the elves were actually a manufactured race.
Yes,
by
the elves were made. They're not
real. As well as the kobolds, as well as the trolls, they are all manufactured by the Obsidians. They took humans and then they decided we're going to deconstruct them and reconstruct them, and with some sort of nefarious magics.
I thought the elves were brought about by magics. I didn't realize they were deconstructed.
Well, this is one where it's like, if you actually pay attention to the story, there is an elfin-like race. And I think that was the progenitors for the elves that were manufactured.
Yeah, next time you go down to Hilt, pay attention.
Yeah, read all those scraps of paper on the ground. So Ruins will have a 5 zones dedicated to different playstyles, including a maze with an arena on the inside. Then you can see that there's going to be all kinds of traps within the maze, including fire traps, pressure plates, spike
traps are there. Yeah.
Yes. That's being done by Sorcerer Steve. You also have the Kobold Research Underground Laboratory. Kroll, where if you stick your hand into the lava, you may be able to pull out a really cool weapon. Oh wait, that's an 80s movie. That's an 80s movie. So inside of Kroll is going to be a city area. There's going to be an arena, including a clockwork monkey,
Wouldn't
And
look like a chaos start.
You do know, Jack, that now everybody's going to jump into the lava thinking that's right.
You know what? It's like we interpret the news.
That's right.
Now, it would be really funny.
If you miss all the cheesy 80s retro comments that we make and you take that to heart, well, you're a little too young and you're paying a little too much attention to some of the stuff we're talking.
A little bit too
But
little.
Jack said if I jump into the lava, I get a cool weapon.
That's right.
Exactly. I want to see that bug report. I want to see that bug report. During lunch with Laz and Jack, Jack said this.
I keep dying.
Yeah. I don't know if you actually checked out that screenshot of the clockwork monkey in the arena, but all the way on the far right-hand side is a man. So that is going to be a monstrous clockwork monkey that you can fight in that arena. Then there's the underbelly of the platform room. Also, we have the news of Richard Garriott's book, Explore Create, where he did an interview with Polygon Magazine, which is actually a really great interview. You need to go out and read it.
Great stuff.
If your signature is as cool as Dom John's, I'm all for it.
I tell you what, no, this is an unsigned copy right now, but
Yeah,
I did see that, and Dom John, props to you for getting that one in writing. That was a good one.
Yeah. The Hangout of the Avatar is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow, Hangout of the Avatar.
That's right.
So then after that, the boss battle of the Avatar screenshot contest, which is also in the message of the day. So pay attention to that. Go find some boss examples and take some nice screenshots, including Clockwork Dragon, the Demon, the Ghost Scorpion, the Phoenix Troll, Lich bosses from the Town Sieges, or one of the new named mini bosses that appear in the final wave of control points.
And you'll find more on that topic if you click that link in the release notes.
Yeah.
Yes, read more.
If you buy an Origin PC, they will also include a Steam key for a few games, including Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar.
They've also gotten a deal with Alienware, where they're also giving away Steam keys.
Alienware's at it again.
That's right. The release 38 offline data format change. I don't know anybody that plays offline mode, but I don't. So
why?
Well, yeah. You could
How
be
would
doing
you?
it to test the companions and how they're going to actually be working. So, but I have not. But they did change the save format for the character preservation. On Friday, Barrick did have his Community of the Avatar live stream. He gave away some things and did some things. I can't remember. I watched the entire thing and I can't remember it. It was Friday.
Yes, now I heard there's some really interesting stuff if you actually sit down and watch towards the later half. They show up in the developer hub, so if you're interested in seeing that stuff, go back and check this one out as well.
Yeah,
I did not catch this stream myself Friday.
Then we actually have to chastise Barrick because the Barrick collection is not up for auction yet, because we're now going to be talking about the Iron Maiden Chemo Relief Fund, as well as the Atos collection. That's also going to be coming soon as well.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh,
So
wait,
we
sorry.
have
Breaking news.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. And at the same time, the Chemo Relief Fund is currently at $18,125. That is $7,000 shy of the $25,000 goal.
That is right.
And by the way, I'm poking at Serafina right now for the Serafina collection.
Ooh,
Yes.
very interesting.
And she can always go to Shroud Marketplace and she can look at Gix's Secret for the Gix's Secret panties, which are actually really funny, because it is actually one of the most sought after items currently. There is actually a bidding war for Gix's panties.
And it's
Which are-
nasty.
Which
What the panties?
these three people are going at it. They are at war.
Okay.
They're referring to each other as bitches, and
Yeah.
the claws have come out.
Wow.
I know some secrets about that I can't disclose. I will after the auction is over, but yeah, it is
Yeah, I know some secrets as well about it, but I'm just laughing hysterically at the entire thing. Yeah, it is a cat fight. Did you want to talk about the forum post that went out earlier today, Thex?
Yeah, sure. I spent yesterday going through all of the Iron Maiden spreadsheets that Portalarium provided. He has 7 different accounts that, they basically dumped all of his items in the bank and sent me those spreadsheets. So I went through and compiled them all into one spreadsheet and totaled them all up and put that up on the forum so people can get an idea of what will be available for the auction. Also, over the weekend, I recorded a video where I actually went and toured all the different lots that will be up for auction, so you can check that out as well. And just remember that to get in on the auction, you got to donate $100 or more to the chemo fund. Now, your donations do stack, so if you've already donated $25 to get the cloak and you throw in $75 more, you're in. So keep that in mind and go to the GoFundMe and let's get there. We're close.
That's right. Now,
Very,
that's
very
for
close.
all of the premium stuff that Doug had originally put up for sale. This has
Yeah.
got nothing to do with the other auctions going on. Correct?
Like most people that invest a lot of money in Shroud of the Avatar, their significant others do not know the amount that's actually been invested. This is the same thing with Doug, to where his wife didn't know, and when he was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer, it becomes one where it's like, I need money.
Emergency.
Where can I find this money? So,
Yeah, and I will say that list that I posted is going to be subject to change because I have a suspicion that his characters are actually carrying a lot of items that weren't accounted for in the banks. So I will be updating that once I get access to the accounts.
Yeah, that's going to be
by the way,
artisan
guys,
prosperity tools, any gear that he's actually wearing.
Right.
So all of that's going to change.
So Seraphina is wondering what items would we like her to craft. Anybody got any ideas? Should we do a little poll?
Well, see, that's one where it's like, depending on your playstyle, I mean, it's anything that's crafted by a dev that will hold their maker's mark will be something that's going to be unique. And you know what? Gix actually does some of really good outfits and puts them together and goes with the swag style. And the fact that he also included a pair of panties was hilarious. I don't know if you'd want to go the same route, and I don't know whether or not you would prefer, like, if you look at what Star did, is he went after a PvP set and PvP gear. Lord British went with all kinds of crafted gear, and he went for quantity over quality and just dumped a bunch of items. And then Atos is probably going to go with more PvP gear as well.
Yeah, I requested from him, and I don't know if this is going to be the case, so don't hold me to it. But I was like, it would be pretty cool if we got an awesome set of bone armor and some bludgeon weapons and some two-handers, because there's a lot of demand for that.
Well, that and also some more additional light armor as well, because a lot of people run around in like robes or clothing set or cloth sets that are actually good equipment. The fun part is you get to learn about the enchanting and blowing things up that the players go through during the crafting process. But you get to do it in the dev hub, so you get all the free resources.
So maybe to answer Seraphina's question, maybe some light armor action, maybe
That's
stabs.
a good point. I really couldn't say because we don't know much about her play style or. We haven't seen her modeling as we have seen Gix in the past. Of course, Gix is always out here showing off all his latest creations. I mean, he's one of the designers on some of these things. So that's another story. But moving right along, let's move this right along because we do have more stuff to cover. Of course, we will be back to the chemo fund, but we also have video. Where do we want to go next? Do we want to continue to...
Well, there's new stuff with the water decorations within the weekly update. And Justin requests healer items, please. She wants more life buffs.
Items.
Life buffs.
Yes, life buffs.
Yeah. Then after that, the other 3, longboat, sailboat, gondola, can be found in the add-on store. And don't forget that water items can now be placed out on the
Out on the water.
Out on the water. So, and as well as add-on
So
store
my
also has a
boat will
bunch.
no longer be at the bottom of the water in my lot. I can actually place it level with the water, and it's nice.
It will actually float. I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
see, that's going to be a bummer because I actually put a boat in the water to make it look like a sunken boat. Is that going to be impossible for me now? I want it to look like a beat up, run down. Laz has been neglecting the beachfront property because he's out there running all the slum towns that he's got.
All they have to do is recognize that the head is the fecal matter is not just in the drain.
That's right.
Yeah, don't forget last chance items on the add-on store as well. So there are a bunch of things on the add-on store that will be expiring very, very soon during these March
stuff that we
10th,
thought would expire
4th,
a year
whatever
ago,
things that
2 years ago.
3 years ago for some of it. It's all there still.
That Lord British cloak I thought was going to be gone a long time ago.
Like the Oracle cloak,
Yeah.
it was going to be gone like 15 years ago. Yeah. So that is the succinct sped through weekly update. There were 2 parties over the weekend. One was the Grimace's return, where he did have a 30-day vacation, and also the festival party.
Oh, there was the bookstore grand opening
And
too.
Byron and Wamby's bookstore opening. Yeah.
Don't forget
in our
those
doors.
guys.
Yeah.
Now, I actually stopped out at festival, and they had some Scrota came along with me, right? Scrota, they had a pretty nice little layout over there in festival, and those guys are connected. They're the new hot air balloon connection in Owl's Head, so
yes.
go check those guys out. A lot of good stock vendors as well out there. And of course, let's not forget the hospitalers, players helping players out there. You see somebody with a hospitaler tag on, or you see us hanging out in the lot, you got questions, don't hesitate to stop and say, hey, can you help me? Can you help a guy out?
Help a brother out and give me the deets on whatever information. Yes. Well, we do know that Led Zepp needs help on everything, even though he's been playing the game for years.
Help.
Doesn't know the basic background. Hey, Led Zepp, hate to tell you this, but this is a selective multiplayer game as well, where there's 3 different online modes of play.
What? This is
It's
Minecraft?
an intense moment.
I thought this was Minecraft, man.
Nobody's ever tried before.
I'm surprised he didn't do the female one.
Moving right along.
Yeah. Where are we moving to next? Do we want to stir up some shit, or do we want to?
Well, I'm thinking, I'm looking for it. I don't know where I lost that to. I guess I gotta come back into Discord and pull that link out of there.
You really want me to just link it again? That one?
I've got it. The ELUA.
The end user license agreement was updated recently with some significant changes.
That's right.
So we won't point out the fact that there are semicolons where there should be commas. There's other grammatical mistakes.
Oh, yes. The teacher Nazi is here. The grammar Nazis are on board.
I don't know what you're talking about, but there is a specific section that we need to scroll down to.
And we're just pointing out this was updated February 1st, 2017, and we are going to scroll.
Yeah.
How far down?
Oh no, they're going.
How far down is this section here?
It's like 50 pages.
It is an end user license agreement. We could be scrolling all day long.
Yes.
So it's actually much easier to just do a Control F and just do a search for exploit. So you agree that you will not, under any circumstances, exploit the game or any of its parts, including without limitation the game client for any commercial purpose, including without limitation use at a cyber cafe, gaming center, or any other location-based site for gathering in-game virtual items or resources for sale outside the game, or performing in-game services in exchange for payment outside the game, e.g. power leveling. Participation in the trade of items gained through the means listed above or any other means violating this agreement.
I thought they were open to a third-party market.
Well, no, that's what we're here to discuss.
That exactly. I mean, the paragraph above that is use cheats, automation software, bots, hacks, mods, or any other authorized third-party software designed to modify the game experience. Yeah, so
That was the first.
What's that? I'm gonna get my lawyer. I don't know what the hell that says.
DLMB.
Yeah, so this paragraph becomes really, really interesting. It's because out on Triad Marketplace are Laz's wedding service, where you can pay Laz a couple bucks to officiate an in-game wedding as well as set up an area. Based off of a strict reading of this, performing in-game services in exchange for payment outside the game, that would be a violation of the terms of service.
I can't charge anybody to do a wedding, and that means that technically cheesy writing.
The cheese on writing, I mean, which we
and
love.
that technically means you can't hire Scrota to come follow you around for an hour.
This has got to go. This has got to go to the Supreme Court for interpretation. I don't understand.
So does that then mean that when the land becomes very scarce, that I can't rent property? Is that what they're trying to tell us?
Not only that, but also like deco services, all of that stuff, or even crafting services, because essentially me crafting an item, cotton, all of that becomes easy to see and interpret. Whereas before they said, yes, you can do this.
I mean, well, yeah, again, this becomes a conundrum. So Thex goes out, he farms up a couple keeps worth of cotton and puts it out there for sale. Technically, that's a service outside the game now. So technically, you can't sell anything outside the game.
Well, I think it would matter if it's attached to the clause that says you can't use exploits. I think that's the key piece here. If you use exploits and sell outside of the game, maybe that's what they're saying.
Is it? What's an exploit?
Well, see, again,
what's the definition of an exploit, please?
Well, yeah, see, and again, we know that this is loosely worded so that that definition can be modified to anybody's, cordillariums. Means. And again, we understand that. We understand they got a CYA, but we also got to call things out when we call things, when we see things. And again, Jack's going over the punctuation, spelling like a Nazi over here. So first off, if you're going to put out a document that's supposed to be legal and binding, please, let's proofread it first. Second, let's look at some of these things and the wording, because basically, I mean, maybe this is one of those things that, again, we've been told, hey, that's a CYA clause. Otherwise, we're going to be over here looking the other way, and we can give two shits less, which is most likely.
In-house clarification would be appreciated.
But, the idea is it's there to cover their ass. So if somebody doesn't like the reason, but technically, according to the rules, and we're just letting you all know that, we're informing you and interpreting as we do here on NBNN.
Well, I think it really is going to be, if you exploit the game and then you're doing these kinds of things and taking advantage of an exploit, you're going to.
What is an exploit? You haven't defined it yet.
Well, an exploit is
anything that Led Zepp does in the game is considered an exploit.
Pretty much.
Anything that you've done to gain experience, we want it back. Okay.
It's like setting up a bot to mine.
Yes, he knows that. He's just being an ass.
Well, that, or if you find a broken game mechanic and you repeatedly take advantage of that broken game mechanic for your own personal gain, and then you start you know what, I'm going to bring other people into this one broken mechanic, and I'm going to take advantage of it for any kind of gain, whether it be real world, financial.
Behind that
yes.
sheep, you got 1,000 experience points, and you kept kneeling behind that sheep over and over again.
That's an exploit.
She just likes kneeling behind sheep anyway.
Yes, there's. This is so that way they can actually go after botters, macroers, and get rid of them, as well as the proceeds that they generate from the game.
Yes.
And
we've been following the stand-up, and we see that they've been working on, of course, bans and banning people, and we follow this here, and we know the tech is being worked on, so, good to see that it's being weeded out, it's being paid attention to, and I heard that there's been some action recently that is going to be beneficial to everybody, so be careful out there, boys and girls.
Well, you know what, we shouldn't be taking advantage of the game that same way. And if we see this kind of behavior, because remember, we want to be here for the next 5 to 10 years.
Or longer. Yeah, we want to be here 20 years. We want to be the next,
And so
next
for the
legacy.
for the longevity of the experience, the only thing that we can do is make it a protected environment and try to root out these issues. And so it's one where it's like, there's even more information.
Cheesy writing, man.
No,
it's not right.
That's still there because that's not taking advantage of an exploit. Okay.
Yes.
It's a service.
No.
It's value for
in order for that to actually be banned, they would actually have to identify an exploit that's being abused. They do not care that you're using your time and effort to write things in cheese, in charging $5 for that. So what they do care about is I'm charging you $25 an hour to party you for massive experience gains because I'm taking advantage of a game mechanic that's currently broken. So that would be exploiting.
Broken. What if it doesn't involve?
I was gonna say. I've been out this whole weekend, and I'll tell you what, I've gotten some phenomenal gains over the weekend. Just going out, partying with guild members, doing different things, and testing things. Now, I was just recently reading someplace where somebody was saying taming was broken. They weren't getting the levels. Collars were getting eaten up. Well, I went out and I did some taming when I was an apprentice to Grandmaster, so I was getting some good gains there. I wasn't eating up collars too bad, and I'm not the highest level crafter or tamer by any means, and I'll pull that up just to I'm not a master, but I got some nice gains in taming. I got some nice gains in collar recovery, concentration, refresh. So it seemed to be working okay. But again, I know that's one of those things that needs a rework. But I'm out there testing new builds since they put some changes in. I've been checking out bludgeoning. I've been checking out pole arms, and doesn't seem to be too tough to actually get a character worked up if you're doing the work. So I don't see it. I don't see that as an exploit. I'm saying you go out in a party and you've got a party 8 and you're obliterating stuff, and you got a newbie. He's gaining experience. How do you really say what's an exploit there in that situation? We trimmed it down to 40 yards. First off. Second off, how do you enforce that? Let me ask that question. There is the 100,000. Now, roll back what? How do you? If me, you, and a bunch of guys who are standing here pick up some newbie, and we make a deal on the side, and we run him to Deep Ravenswood for 3 days and get him buku experience and charge him, who knows that? How do they enforce that?
Yeah, I wonder if that's
you understand?
That I don't know.
I mean, I can understand the people who are blatantly advertising. That's one thing, but how do you enforce that? That's the next question.
Even if they're advertising, I mean, if they're not exploiting, what's
well, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, since it is a SQL database where everything's being stored,
now we understand that
you could
control
roll back
points were being abused to hell in such a manner.
Oh yeah,
but that's been fixed. But again, I'm just playing devil's advocate on this one here. I mean, how do you really? Again, we've been over this one before. I mean, how do you stop that if we're on Discord in a private Discord and somebody comes in and says, "Hey, I need some help," and I go, "Oh, $20 and I'll take you out for 2 days and get you a couple 100,000 points." You take the guy out, you run him around, he pays you. How do you enforce that?
That's frowned upon. I don't understand.
Well, technically, it's against the rules, and you get banned for it now.
I mean, not if it doesn't involve a exploit. I mean, I don't.
But again,
still service. I mean,
well, that's one where
I'm involved in that. But.
That's one where if you are the experienced player, you know whether or not something is supposed to be as designed, or if generally something's an exploit. I mean, it's kind of like what, release 15 or something like that, where everybody was abusing the tower inside of the Virtus Pass.
I believe people are still doing that to this day. So what does that got to do with the price?
You could get on top of it.
You can still abuse the tower. That's never been fixed.
Okay. So you can still abuse the tower? Yeah.
Well,
that's technically an exploit.
Smarter, so you couldn't hide behind the door. So now they just open the door. But if you got mages and you got archers up in that tower raining shit down, you can't stop that. As a matter of fact, they gave us an advantage for that. They made it so that if you were shooting from top down, you get more damage.
Yeah.
So I mean, they only fortified that. Come on.
I think he's talking about how NPCs used to.
And I haven't been out to Virtus recently. I've been actually asking that question to myself for a while. Is it worth going back out there now that we have levels that we can beat up on the shit? Yeah.
I think the answer is that there's ways to get around that they'll never be able to figure out. And the experience pool, I mean, someone can just be like, "Hey, PayPal me the money," and not advertise it, and no one's ever gonna know.
Well, yeah, I understand. No moo. No moo. This is the soapbox for today. We got 10 more minutes to this.
Yeah. No, 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes.
8 more. Okay, my clock's a little slow then.
Because there was another change on the official forums. I don't know if you actually caught it.
Which one?
Hold on.
The EULA or the forums?
No, it's on the forums. And that's the announcement.
I saw that. That's been out there for a couple of weeks. And, yeah. That's I don't even know if I want to touch that one right now, especially with the auction coming up. I don't even want to touch that. Right
you don't want to touch that one. Okay.
No. We understand that, and I understand what you have in mind, and we're just going to table this one. But everybody, if you wanted to check out what he posted in Discord,
we need to get through a couple weeks.
Yes. We don't want to touch on this one right now. But,
yeah.
But yes, I did notice that one, and I sat there and scratched my head and says, "What does that make me, Dick?"
Yes, it does.
It looks like it
does make you.
What about the rest of us,
man?
What?
We will revisit.
Don't trust me.
We will revisit this. And everybody else out there. But yes, let's move right along.
Okay, fine.
We do have an update for Dex on Avatar TV. We'd like to run that. And
actually, I want to know whether or not Thex has done his 5-mile run.
I don't believe he has. I believe that's all in the update that'll be happening after the telethon, no? Or before the telethon?
Yeah, it'll probably be after. You know, what I may do is I may bump up the tuna fish head, do that one first, just because I don't have the pieces for the costuming yet.
So you want to regurgitate over and over again prior to doing a 5-mile run? That sounds like a great way to do it. I mean, it sounds like some sound advice from.
Let's eat fish heads before we go on a 5-mile run.
Yeah.
Let's really make Dex hurt.
Yes. Okay, well, let me pull up the video real quick. Go to YouTube.
Sangria said or drink.
Yeah. Subscriptions. Are you ready for the video?
We have it up on screen and loaded. Count it down.
So 3, 2, 1, go!
Hey everybody, today we're going to take a look at all of the exclusive lots that are available for the Iron Maiden Chemo Relief Fund charity auction that's hosted by Shroud Marketplace. First off, let's take a look at the village lots that are currently in Storm's Reach. From the town crier, it's just a quick run over to the 4 lots that are all placed adjacent. Each of these 4 village lots are tax-free. One of these village lots is a founder's tax-free lot, and I'm not quite sure which one it is, but we will clarify prior to the auction. So one lucky winner will have a founder's tax-free village lot, and that means you can place it on water, etc. Here's the first one. Very close to the center of town and also the town crier. Nestled against a forest here, you have some nice views from your front door. There's the second lot. The third. And last but not least, the fourth. And like I said, one of these lots is a founder's lot, and we will determine which one that is prior to the auction. Next up, we're going to head west here to Point West. There are 2 lots currently in Point West, a nice little town here on the western coast. There is a village lot as well as a town lot. Again, right in the center of town, nestled against a forest for views, you have a tax-free village lot, and adjacent to it is the town-sized lot. And again, both of these lots are right in the center of town.
You know.
Next, we're going to take a look at the lot in Graff Island. This town-sized lot is placed right in the front of the town. There's the town crier, and right across this bridge here, you're going to have a nice, reclusive lot that's nestled against the mountains. Very close to overland access. There's a boat, there's docks there and a boat. And here you have a town founder tax-free lot. I'm back. Of course, if you win these lots and you don't like the location, you're always welcome to move them to wherever you like, but these are already placed in NPC towns. Now let's take a look at some bigger lots. Let's move over to Brittany Estates. Estates is a beautiful town. It's been decorated in the upscale theme and size. All of the lots here are city lots or bigger. And we're going to be taking a look at a keep lot. A lot of attention has been paid to details here as far as hedging and statues and other benches in the park type atmosphere, fountains, etc. So right here is a beautiful keep lot right in the western side of the city. You'll see in the front here you have an amazing view of hedges and a fountain. Very, very nice lot. Now we're going to head way east to East March. This lot is really easy to find. It's the first lot as you enter East March, and it is this giant keep right here. This is a hot spot, obviously, for placing vendors because you will be the first building to be seen by people who visit East March. And again, these are tax-free. Last but not least, we do have a Castle Founder deed that is available. The deed is not placed in game, but it is available for you to bid on and purchase and place wherever you'd like. We hope that you'll come and donate and join us for this exclusive auction. Those who donate $100 or more to the Chemo Fund will get access.
And that was the Chemo Relief Fund on Avatar TV.
So that's a short version?
Yeah, that was he did speed it up. If you notice the running video.
If you were following along, I like how he did the speed up runs and all that good stuff. But so yes, we had a question in chat. Of course, how much were these lots? And of course, we just told you at the end of the video, which I guess waiting towards the end to find out about that. People who are watching make you watch it all the way to the end.
Well, yeah. Well, that and so in order to participate in the auction for Doug's accounts as well as his holdings, which includes the lots, you will have to donate $100 or more to Doug's Chemo Relief Fund on GoFundMe. And don't forget if you donate $25 or more, you also get one of these nice and shiny cloaks that Thexdor is wearing and I am wearing. So I will turn my back so that way people can see it. Which is actually one of the cooler cloaks in game right now because it has the Virtues glow as well. It always glows blue, but if you are a negative character like Gix Vargach, it's also got the red for the Virtue glow as well. And it is purple because that is Iron Maiden's favorite color, as well as blue, which is the colon cancer awareness color.
I don't know. Is anybody working down there today? Is everybody on their lunch break?
Well,
everybody's having lunch with Laz and Jack. I guess I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Now List is now joining us, so it's nice to see List hanging out with us as well.
Well, lots of things are always new, but
but moving right along. It is Monday.
Yes.
And you know what that means.
The long extended community calendar is out and available. It's going to be painful to read just because it is so massive. It's Monday, so the community calendar is
actually only one real event that you can go to on this calendar.
What are you talking about? I mean, first, we have to announce how people can actually have their events added to the community calendar.
Well, okay.
Community calendar.
Let's rewind a little back here.
Rewind to the proper the proper dialogue that's completely unscripted. So, community calendar is hosted on NB.
Penis
nbnn.info. Just click on the calendar button. It is a Google Calendar, and it is an aggregate of other public calendars. So if you have a Google Calendar and you are putting events out there for other people to participate in, you can always talk to Laz, and he can hook you up and have your events added to the community calendar hosted on nbnn.info. Since it is an aggregate, there are lots and lots of different ways and lots of people to have your events added to the calendar.
That's right.
If you don't have
the
access. Yes, he's not the only person that can do it.
You can see Justin, you can see Winfield, you can see a host of others.
Yes. Hold on. Who's the one with the uncontrollable gas today?
You had to give him his own emote, and you want to know who's abusing it.
So Led Zepp is doing
I'm not even staying in Discord. Shit.
Okay. Yeah.
In and out.
Yeah.
Literally in out.
He's doing
the old in and out.
Yeah. So it's like someone was watching A Clockwork Orange over the weekend. Today is Monday, February 6th. We do have VIP tickets still available for...
said, damn it, Len. This is why we cannot have things.
I know. VIP tickets are still available for SodaCon Austin. Don't forget that is going to be in October. If you know that for sure that you are not going to be able to make it and you want the in-game cloak, you can still make a donation until those donations are exhausted.
Until the cloaks are exhausted, it is a limited number.
Yeah,
there's 1,000. That's right.
Yeah. Early bird tickets are still available for SodaCon, and they will be available until April 1st. Today at noon, 3, 6, 9, and 12, around the clock, there are 2 idiots that don't know what they're doing on a show called Lunch with Laz and Jack. And that's going to be broadcast on WRFB. Radio Free Britannia. Britannia in your in-game Ether amplifier or WRFB.rocks. Or
you don't put on our radio station.
I know. It's like...
I think you assigned in my... when I come in the channel. Is that what you did?
No.
It seems like every time I connect, I lose connection. I come in again.
That may be it.
That would be hilarious if that happened.
You guys did that. Yeah, that's what you did.
Hold on.
I know you did.
Playing file for entrance of user Led Zepp. That is
that's
hilarious.
What it is. Every time he comes in and farts, that's great.
And since Discord is having problems, like he's getting disconnected.
That is awesome.
That's what I thought. Nobody's playing it.
That
is Led Zepp. He just didn't know it. That's right.
That is awesome. Now I know how to do the sound effects by username. Today at 6 on Avatar's Radio, Grumpy Old Gamer, the GOG, is taking the alternative route. At 7 on Radio Free Britannia, there's going to be 70s at 7. Yeah. At 8 o'clock, Avatar's Radio, Monday nights with DJ Killy. At 9 p.m. is the extra special, extra fun event of the week, which is the Order of Vengeance Guild meeting. And don't forget, the Order of Vengeance Guild meeting, they do invite other participants from other guilds to come out and slay them. You just have to go find the guild hall in Vengeance. Yes. At 10 p.m. on WRFB. You can listen to Laz's dad with the Record Room, where he covers the oldies from the 1940s all the way through the 70s.
You ain't gotta go to Laz's dad thing.
Hey, you know what? I love the fact that it's Laz's dad.
Well, I mean, it's cool. That's why we run it. But that's,
I had some really cool information there. I mean, it's like the times I've listened to it. I mean,
it's a great show.
I also did provide you some feedback about one of the shows.
And that feedback got back to them. I actually gave that right back to Tommy in one of the projects I was working on him. And he's like, really? He says, yeah, that was one of them shows.
Yeah. It's like,
he happened to agree with you on that. So,
whoa. It's like, yeah. Sometimes they're
kill yourself type music. That's
yeah,
right.
it's like, geez, man, this is depressing.
Well, they do themes, they do letters, they do, all sorts of different things with it. Of course, if you want to learn about some history of rock and roll and you like some oldies, check out the Record Room at 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. That is, of course, if our DJs aren't running live overtime or decide just to hijack the airwaves and put a live set on.
That's right. And that's our community calendar for this February 6th in Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar.
Yes.
Avatar.
Don't be Avatarded.
Don't be.
And Grimace did actually have a question about the auction in US dollars or in-game gold. It's going to be for US dollars because those proceeds are going to be benefiting Doug.
That's right.
AKA
now, for
Iron
in-game gold, if you want to donate in-game gold, that the gold is being then auctioned and sold off on Shroud Marketplace as well to convert it into cash to go to the Chemo Relief Fund.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I'd like to remind everybody that NBNN is a proud sponsor of SodaCon Austin 2017. And if you need any updates on that, contact me or any of the folks on the list. You can check it out at sodaconaustin.org. Let's see, do I have it? No, I don't have
it. Do you have anything ever in order?
No.
I told you.
Even that.
I told you how to do it. But
I know. Never works that way. Let's just see if we got it right. Okay, it looks like
mine's already going, so it's like you're already late. So
I'm already behind the scenes for you. All right. Well,
yeah.
Of course. We've got our show running throughout the day on WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And, of course, you can catch all sorts of great programming there throughout the day. Our newest sponsor, GrimeyTraders.com. Grimy Traders Auction House. For those of you tired of seeing PM me, don't know whether you're bidding or not against a ghost or whether you're bidding against anybody at all, you want to get your own auction started. It's free to sign up, free to list, free to sell. It's a buyer's premium. Our good friends over at the Oxenshire Markham Farms, official sponsors of NBNN, got your wholesale cotton, reagents, vegetables, ale, and more located in Dawn's Keep, just south of Central Brittany. And if you need it in a rush, check them out on shroudmarketplace.com. Our home guild wants you to come down to Market Road in Black Rock Cove for all your material goods. If you need crafting goods, you need ores, you need all sorts of materials, check out Market Road in Black Rock Cove, located in the Quell region, just next to the Etzer mine for your mining convenience as well. Our good friend Jacob White at sodamap.com. Jack's just shaking his head. You can pause yours for a second and then pick it up in a minute.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And of course, introducing Soda Navigator. Soda Map is truth, and Soda Navigator is your mini on-screen GPS for getting around Shroud Avatar. Check it out, Jacob White. Throw a couple bucks his way. That guy's done some awesome work to make your life easier. RelicsByReal.com for all your licensed Shroud Avatar swag. If you need your t-shirts, you need hats, you need patches, you need drinkware, you need anything Shroud Avatar related, check out RelicsByReal.com. And if you want to save a couple bucks on all that swag, use the promo code NBNN when you check out, and you will save $10 off, or 10% off for your checkout. And last but not least, our good friends over at the Shroud Marketplace, shroudmarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs. Jack, you want to tell the boys and girls all about the marketplace?
Yeah, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. And it's also the official sponsor of the auction for Iron Maiden's Chemo Relief Fund.
The Airy Fund.
The Airy Fund. That's right. And don't forget, there is a bidding war going on several of the items, which include Gix's panties, which are a part of the set for the Little Secret collection. So currently there's 11 bids just for Gix's panties, which are slightly worn.
Slightly worn.
Slightly. So you can...
Are they damaged?
Not that I'm aware of.
$60 for that, huh?
Yes, well, I mean, it is a styling set of clothes. Don't forget that there are lots of other things if you're looking for weapons armor that are available for the auction. You're killing me, Led Zepp. You're killing me.
God dang it, take that thing off.
I have to go rename the file, man.
Yes, you do.
Or Laz could do it too, but that's no fun, man.
Somebody, for God's sakes.
Hold on.
It's the Led Zepp warning system.
I know.
He's back. He's gone. He's back.
Okay, that is now Led Zepp 1.
Okay.
As well as the Lord British collection, there are a huge collection of weapons and some armor crafted by Lord British. The Dark Star collection has lots of finely crafted items and gear that are all obsidian based from the Dark Lord himself, including some bows and other things. But anything that is game related can be bought or sold on Shroud Marketplace. All you have to do is register, and if you are interested in selling your in-game wares or pledge items, bundle items, any of that can be sold by registering as a vendor and then just putting your items up for sale. Yay.
That's all it takes. Easy as that. Easy as pie.
Yeah.
That's right. Easy as pie.
Easy as pie. Yes. And that means it's time for us to actually thank the most important people around here. And that's you guys.
You guys.
Thank you for watching out on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on WRFB.
WRFB. Radio Free Britannia.
We couldn't do the show without you guys, and we do it for you guys 5 days a week, right here in our offices.
That's
one in Florida, one in Texas. You know what?
Right
in the orifice.
Inside Shroud of the Avatar.
That's
for
right.
your listening and enjoyment and entertainment pleasure. Yes. But meanwhile, we got to wrap it up and get out of here. We will be back more tomorrow. And believe me, we're going to do a little bit more poking around with this other stuff. So we'll be back with some of that to follow up with. See what the sentiment is outside this. We need to wrap it up, so we're going to get out of here for today. We'll be back with more tomorrow here on NBNN. Stay tuned for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy, wild happening, shenanigans, and whatever else we can bring you from inside Shroud of the Avatar. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, folks, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye, people.
I love this shit.
I love this shit. Don't exploit the game for any kind of profit. It will hurt you.
Where's
Where's my $2?
$2.
$5. Go buy my store credit for the cheap.